I don't even know if I have the words to describe it. He is just an amazing person. He's such a great person to have in your corner because he's always available for you. So if you're having a moment where, I just need to talk to somebody, or if I would go through a practice question and I would get it wrong and I would read the rationale and I'd be like, no, like I don't understand it. I could reach out to Kyle and just be like, hey, if you have a second, can you just read this question and try to explain it to me, because I really just don't understand why this is wrong. Because if you don't understand why it's wrong, you're not going to learn anything from it. So he would just take the time, read the question, and send me an explanation of it. This is what they were trying to go for, and kind of point out, like, these are keys that they were trying to lead you into this answer. So just having somebody who's been through the experience, who knows the stress of it, and can actually talk to you was great. I mean, I had friends from school and other people in the class that you could go to, but they were going through the same thing at the same time. So they also had the stress and the fear. So going through somebody that was very calm and was like, nope, you're going to do this, and here's how. And I really don't have enough to say about him. He's just like a fantastic person. Like, I really don't think I could have done this without him. I talked to Kyle for the first 15 minutes and I was like, wow, he's great. This is going to be good. And then you get so much out of it, because they like in my school, they provide you with a course. And for me, that wasn't really beneficial. It was more like, here are the questions that you could possibly get in some areas, see how you answer them. And it's like, I mean, that's great and all, but doesn't really do much. Whereas with Kyle, you have the person to talk to one-on-one. He can address your own insecurities. So like for me, it was confidence, so being very uplifting. But if you're struggling with a different topic, he'd be like, listen, let me help you, and explain it in a way that wasn't just from the book, a way that was easier to understand. And one thing with PP school is a lot of the times you're teaching yourself the material. And if you don't understand the way it's presented in the book, you're not going to understand the material. You can try to memorize it to like figure out a question, but you won't really learn it. He really broke it down in a way that was easy to remember it. Absolutely. Like, no question in my mind at all. Because it provides, you can go to a score builders class or therapy ed and it costs maybe a little bit less, but you don't get the same from it. You get a one-on-one person who can coach you through. You're feeling bad one day, you can just call, send a message, and he's there for you, supporting you 100%. It's not just pre-recorded video. He's actually there for you. He encourages you to ask your questions. He goes over different topics. I mean, there were times where I would do really well on a test and I would just be like, oh, look at this is great. And he just sends back like, you're fantastic, like this is great. And it may seem kind of like, well, anyone can tell you, okay, that's great, but he just does it in a way that it makes you feel like, wow, this is great, like I'm doing something. And honestly, if I had done this class the first time, I probably would have passed the exam. So you have the expense, like you're saying, the first time when you pay for the exam, you pay for the Prometric Center, so you have that. But then now I had to take it a second time, so I had to pay the same fee. So if I had done it the first time, I would have only had to pay one. So in retrospect, I would say absolutely worth it. And then if you think about it, once you pass the exam, that's one paycheck. That's it.